In the mountain community of La Esperanza, the streets on a sunny weekday afternoon are clean and quiet. Old houses press against each other, lining the way along the main road, their earthen tiled roofs jutting out at odd angles and their old walls visibly pregnant with mute histories. Every so often, the established routes are broken by the appearance of a slick, modern building stuck in between the older ones, and the predictable high fence encircling it. The few people we see walking the streets move slowly, and through the open windows of a mechanic shop we hear selections from Nirvana's Unplugged in New York, wafting through the air. Decades ago, this was a refuge for traveling hippies, and still is somewhat, as we can tell from a few brightly colored murals and the occasional eclectic tourist hotel, not to mention the original impetus of our visit, what I will call hongo turismo. We came here originally looking for mushroom guides, as this is one of the things La Esperanza is regionally known for, although discreetly, their wealth of psychedelic wisdom. But as the afternoon drags on and this becomes more difficult to track down, we began asking around to find out more about La Esperanza's other claim to fame, its talented embroiderers. First we talked to Maria Luisa Carlos-Sama, 66 years old, longtime resident of the area and mother of 4 children, and many more grandchildren. At the age of 18 she got married, only to have her husband die on her within a couple of years and leave her with the kids and no income. As a little girl she had learned about embroidering from an older woman in the town, simply by watching and then imitating her, and this became her means of subsistence. This in turn she has taught to each of her 4 children, including the boys, and her older grandchildren are clearly well versed in the process themselves. Between the 1960s and the 80s, during the influx of the hippies, the economy of La Esperanza was at its strongest. Another embroideress we speak with, Melinda Flores, 82 years old, now retired, confirms that this was the case and that generally it was a spark for creativity, as the foreigners appreciated the quality of the crafts and paid better prices for them, relatively, than they receive today. Both Carlos Sama and Flores comment on this, how circumstances are harder today, and how appreciation for the time and labor necessary to produce quality crafts is notably absent. But La Esperanza is still producing. On the weekends there are open markets in which the women sell their wares to those stopping by. Regularly they are petitioned by merchants from Otavalo for their talents. Flores mentions that if there were some way that the marks signifying the crafts came from La Esperanza, or even from a specific embroideress, it could help get word back out, and perhaps bring better prices to those who spend their days beautifully embroidering a dress or a blouse, for which they are only paid $2.50.
No puedo decir nada, ahorita enferma, ojo no puedo.